me a story.
What kind of story?
Any kind.
I am Grant from Screen Rant. It is so great to chat with you both. I have adored this show since it started, and it's amazing that we get to see it come to a full conclusion. Christian, I'll start with you, and then Nonzo, how does it feel for you both reflecting on this journey now that you are here at the end?
Wow. It was a big portion of my life as well. I spent 5 years on this project with incredible people like Nonzo. I got to grow alongside my character. I got to learn so much about a lot of things, life, acting, emotions, and so did my character at the same time. Gus, he went through so much. He's gone through, he's experienced death, he's experienced trauma, but he's also experienced the great of humanity, being with Jeopard. So yeah, I've grown. I've learned so much alongside my character, and I feel like that's the biggest thing that I can take away from Sweet Tooth.
Yeah, well, for me, I think this is definitely going to leave an indelible mark on my life. There's just one of those opportunities that kind of reflects a little bit of your own life. For me, playing Jep as a father. I mean, I love being a father, but for him, struggling with the trauma of being a father and his relationship with this little boy that brings him back to life in the way that children do, kind of remind us what it is like to be children. But the great thing about it is that it was always going to be 3 seasons, and we completed that because, I've been doing this for a while, and I've done a few shows that never got to have their conclusion. So for this to actually know that it's how it's going to end and how the arc is going to play, it kind of helped me as an actor as well learn how, take my time and build the character through the seasons. And it gave all of us the time to kind of breathe into the characters that we're playing, breathe that life into them and give them their time to grow.
I'm glad you both had such rewarding experiences with this show. I know I have just as much, and I have to talk around it, excuse me, a little bit. But Nonzo, I wanted to come to you for the next question. Jep really has to deal with his mortality in a sense in this season, as he determines helping Gus along with his journey to see his mother. And I'm curious, the past couple of seasons, we've seen them slowly start to bond more, but this one almost seems a more fractured relationship between the two as Jep has that internal conflict. What was it like for you playing that side of Jep in comparison to the prior seasons?
I think that's the beautiful thing about the writing of this show, is that they kind of give me these beautiful scenes to play where I get to explore what it's like to go almost as far as you think you can go as a character, and then feel like you're going to give up, because he feels, almost in 3 or 4 times this season, it looks like, is Jep going to be able to make it? And you can see that in his eyes, you can see that in his voice, you can hear it in his voice. I wanted that to be able to come through, and I think for me, playing that was such a joy. I love playing the strength, I love the fighting scenes, I love all that stuff, but I love the vulnerability and I love the humanity of characters, and I want to make that audience feel that struggle and that conflict within the character. So it was a joy to play.
Well, speaking of humanity, Christian, I'll come back to you next. This season really pushes Gus in his hopes to see the best in humanity and what comes for their future. What was it like for you? This is probably one of the most mature seasons for Gus as he faces a lot of heavy stuff. What was it like for you playing that side of Gus as he has more and more internal conflict in comparison to prior seasons?
Well, I mean, first of all, the writing and how they explain it to the audience is so beautiful. And it also really helped me understand, because everyone on the show was so open and collaborative. So I would talk to Jim, I'd talk about our experience and Gus's arc and his journey throughout these different emotions. Dealing with that mortality, it was a new concept for Gus. Well, it was already there with Pubba, but he got to see so much more of it, and he had to deal with it. And he had a lot of conflict and struggle, like you were saying. But I feel because, you know, Gus.
1 and 2, I think a lot of people got used to seeing me doing a lot of the fighting, but I think in season 3, I do considerably less, but I feel like everybody else jumps in, and there's some really great fight scenes in it. I don't want to give away too much, but I would say that the scene you should really look forward to is the cave.
Definitely. I gotta say, I was bawling at the end, by the way, guys, before I head out, because I was so moved by everything you guys have done with this show and how it concluded. So kudos to you both on an incredible run, and I look forward to keeping the word out there to people to watch this new season. So thank you for taking the time.
Thank you
Thanks
very
so
much.
much.
Lead the way, Sweet Tooth.